Hi, my name's Doug Long. I'm the Chief Range Safety Officer here at Cullman Shooting Sports, and I'm also the General Manager. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for visiting Alabama's premier shooting facility. Our primary goal here at Cullman Shooting Sports is to provide you with a shooting experience unlike anything you've ever experienced before. But more importantly than that even, is the safety of yourself and all of those around you. So before we head to the range, let's go over some of the range rules. The number one rule in a shooting range is to always keep your weapon pointed in a safe direction. In here, that means downrange. You never want to point a weapon at anything you're not willing to destroy. So let's keep that thing pointed down at the berm and at your target and away from anybody else. And most importantly, remember the 3 always rules. Always keep your firearm pointed in a safe direction. Always keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. And always keep your firearm unloaded until you're ready to use it. With our extensive collection of rental firearms, it's a good chance that you're going to find something that you want to give a shot. If you're renting a gun that you're not familiar with, or if you're not familiar with your own gun, always feel free to reach out to the staff here at Cullman Shooting Sports. Our primary focus at Cullman Shooting Sports is training and teaching. Remember, help will always be given at Cullman Shooting Sports to those who ask for it. When you're here on the range, often you're going to be shooting something a little more powerful than a Daisy Red Ryder. So you have to take some extra precautions to doing even more damage than putting your eye out. Remember, when you're coming into the range, before you get into airlock, always make sure to put on your eye and ear protection. Anytime you're shooting, always make sure to never point your firearm at anything you're not willing to destroy. Also, while you're on the range, make sure you never cross the red firing line. This is one of the most important safety rules on a range, and it has to be strictly enforced. Always make sure that your firearm is unloaded when entering or exiting your stall. The only time you should ever load or unload a firearm is there in your stall. This is for your safety and those around you. If you're bringing multiple firearms into the stall with you, please make sure that only one is loaded at a time. Only the one that you're firing at that time should be loaded. You should never exchange firearms in between stalls. If you would like to exchange firearms, then change places. Always remember to keep your firearm pointed downrange, make sure that it's empty, place it securely, and then change positions with the other shooter. If you experience a problem with your firearm while you're on the range, then don't panic. We have RSOs to assist you. What I would like you to do is to keep your firearm pointed downrange, and with your non-firing hand, raise your hand and signal the RSO that you need some assistance. Speaking of RSOs, or range safety officers, we have a highly skilled team of NRA certified range safety officers here at Cullman Shooting Sports. They are here to ensure your safety and to also help you with any problems you may have while you're on the range. So don't be intimidated or don't be too proud to raise your hand and ask a question if you have an issue. We'll be more than happy to help you, and remember, there are no stupid questions. RSOs play a crucial role in lots of different aspects of Cullman Shooting Sports. They're here to keep you and everyone around you safe. So remember, the RSO may ask to inspect your weapon at any point in time. For your safety and your security, our RSOs have the ability to remove anyone from the range who's acting in a negligent or unsafe manner. We cannot allow tracer rounds, incendiary rounds, or armor-piercing rounds on the range. And unfortunately, we also cannot allow hand reloads. Our range staff will verify that your ammunition is safe to use before you're ever sent to the shooting bay. Once you're in the range bay, our action target retriever system is incredibly easy and intuitive to use. You simply attach your target to the backer board with the provided clips. You then will set your distance using the screen to your left. The easiest way to use the target system is to simply press the quick start button. There are several preset distances available for you on the system. You simply press the number that you wish in feet and the target will automatically go to that distance. There's nothing else you have to do. Our state-of-the-art rifle bay will allow you to shoot at distances all the way up to 110 yards. If you're shooting on our rifle bay, we do ask that if you're shooting a .308 or higher power caliber, then we ask that you shoot at 100 yards or greater. Just remember when selecting your distance that any damage caused to our range, whether intentional or unintentional, is the responsibility of the shooter. So please match your distance with your skill level. If you're bringing a second shooter with you to either the rifle or the pistol bay, there are benches provided along the back of the bay for your comfort and convenience. In the event of a ceasefire on the range, we ask that you will unload your firearm, leave the action locked open, remove your magazine, and step away from the stall. Your RSO will then give you instructions as to what you should do next. Speaking of a ceasefire on the range, if you see unsafe activity of any type happening on the range, you can call a ceasefire yourself at any time. Remember, safety is everyone's responsibility. When leaving your shooting stall, we want to verify that your firearm is unloaded. So please lock your action open before placing your firearm back in the case. Or you may choose to use a chamber flag to show that there is no live ammunition in your firearm. Be aware, the RSO may even ask to verify that your firearm is unloaded. When entering or exiting the range, only one door to the airlock should be open at a time. Please don't discard your brass, and especially not unspent ammunition, into a waste bin. If you're not collecting your brass, just leave it where it is, and we'll take care of cleaning that up. If you have a round that did not fire, leave it on your stall table, and we'll take care of the rest for you. If you'd like to keep your own brass when shooting on our range, that's fine with us. We just ask that you inform the range safety officer when you come into the bay. While shooting, when done correctly, is a fun and safe family activity, we do ask that anyone under the age of 18 always be accompanied by a parent or guardian when they're on the range. And remember, no children under 10. Anyone who is suspected of being under the influence of alcohol or drugs can and will be removed from the range for their and everyone else's safety. Thank you once again for visiting Cullman Shooting Sports. I sincerely hope you have a wonderful shooting experience and will come back and visit us soon. And we'll see you on the range.